Shelley Winter Show. I'm still, kind of processing. Tomorrow night we're on. I want to talk about Israel. We'll probably have some new news with Israel. I want to talk about James Colbert with James Tallarico and that interview and that old controversy and everything. We only have a couple minutes, so I don't want to start a new topic. I do want to tell you a story. I have endorsed candidates on my shows throughout my career. And people have always said, oh, you shouldn't do that. You're putting all your eggs. And this is just who I am. I'm honest with my audience. I tell you what I think, right? And I don't think that stops when people are running for office. And one of the good things about this show, and it's because of you, the audience, is that there are people who come on the show and they know who I may be voting for, but they'll still come on the show because they want to reach you guys, right? But there's one thing throughout my entire career in radio. Many candidates will come on the show knowing that I have a preference in that particular race because they've heard me say it, but they'll still come on the show. It's a large audience, it's a diverse audience, and they still want to talk to you. 100% of the time, 100% of the time, those candidates will say to me, well, Shelley, afterwards, they'll say, well, I'm still hoping to get your vote, right? I'm still hoping to get your vote. And they'll say that. It's fair, right? It's fair. They're working for every vote. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. I would do the same thing, right? Mr. Jackson, at the end of that interview, I said, man, this has been very impressive. I'm just loyal to my friends. You know what he said before I could say anything? He said to me, stay loyal to your friends. He knew what I was talking about. He knew I was talking about my vote, my support of Burt Jones. He knew that. He said, no, stay loyal to your friends. That's real. That's real. He wouldn't say, no, well, let me keep working on you. That's what a politician would have said. Let me keep working on you. I'll get you a vote. He didn't do that. He said, no, stay loyal to your friends. I'm just telling you that story, all right? I'm not telling you that story for any reason. I'm just telling you that's what happened. That's what transpired. It's impressive. I see a runoff. I don't see Carr. Let me say this. I don't see Chris Carr or Brad Raffensberger getting past that guy. I don't see them getting past Burt Jones. I see Burt Jones and Rick Jackson in a runoff after May 19th. I'm a gambler. I can make book on that. I really could make book on that. At this point in the game, there's still qualifying to happen. March 6th, that Friday. If I were Chris Carr and Brad Raffensberger, I would seriously think about doing something differently. Honest to God. I'll be honest with you guys. Burt has a path, and that's that MAGA base. But with Rick Jackson in a race, having just talked to him for 3 segments, I can honestly tell you that Chris Carr and Brad Raffensberger have no shot. None whatsoever. Whoever doesn't move from Burt, whoever Burt Jones has now, won't move from Burt. Chris Carr and Brad Raffensberger, your folks will move to Rick Jackson. And there's going to be a runoff between Rick Jackson and Burt Jones. But I don't see, after interviewing Mr. Jackson, after seeing Chris Carr, Attorney General Chris Carr, after seeing Secretary of State Brad Raffensberger campaign for months now, I don't see a path. Not with Rick Jackson in the race. I think Carr and Raffensberger can save a lot of money, a lot of time by just getting out of the way and letting it be a 2-man race. I mean that. Shelley Winter Show. We'll be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. God bless you. God keep you. And know this in your heart of hearts. God loves you. Peace.